Welcome everyone. I am Rupali representing Vadabi Global Services, specialist in providing support and services in BI and APM space. We are specialist in pre-sales support, health checkup and optimization, installation and configuration, upgrade migration, support and maintenance, end-to-end implementation. So today my webinar agenda is for Oracle Business Intelligence Security, and I will be explaining overview of security using tools to configure security in Oracle Business Intelligence, managing security using default security configuration, using alternative authentication providers. So first of all, overview of security. So I will be covering the authentication provider, policy store provider, and credential store provider. So the authentication provider is for and that knows how to access the information about the users and group accessible to the Oracle Business Intelligence, and it is responsible for authenticating the users. And second one, for a policy store provider, which provides access to applications role and application policies, which forms a core part of security policies, and which determines what users can and cannot create to do in business intelligence. And third one is for credential store provider, that is responsible for storing and providing access to credential required by Oracle Business Intelligence. So credential store the credential files, policy store the application roles and permission grant files, and identity store the users and groups in it. So this is basically for the overview of security, and then the authentication. So you can use the Oracle WebLogic Server Administration Control console to create and manage the users and group in embedded LDAP server. And the embedded LDAP server, which provided by middleware to store and the users and group under it, and we can create the users and group with the WebLogic Server Administration Console in business intelligence. So this is for the authentication in business intelligence. And then authorization. Authorization is mainly for I have included the points for about application role. So here I just added one diagram for it. It means it mentions the BI consumer group and BI consumer application role, and BI authors group, and BI author application role, and third one, that is BI administrator group, and BI administration stated application role. So BI consumer role group consists of the three users. We can say user 1, user 2, and user 3, and which having the BI consumer application role. And BI consumer application role is nothing but it's for permission to access the report. And second, that is BI author group. I mentioned the user 4 and user 5, and then it's having the BI authors application role, and which is mainly for to provide the permission to create reports. And third, BI administration group for the user 6 and user 7, which for the BI administrator application role, and which provides for the permission to manage the repositories. So BI consumer group, which plays the important role for permission to access the report, and BI author for the permission to create the report, and BI administrator application role for to manage the repository. And next, that is about security policy. What exactly the security policy is? So, security policy mainly having the component like Oracle Business Intelligence Presentation Services, repository, and policy store. So, this Oracle Business Intelligence Presentation Services, which defines for the catalog object, and Oracle BI presentation services functionality, and which can be accessed by which user with the specific application role. And second, for the repository, which defines the metadata items within the repository, and can be accessed by the application roles and users. And then via administration tool is used to define the security policy. And next, that is we can see the policy store, which defines the BI server, or like Oracle BI publisher, and Oracle real-time decisions functionality, and can be accessed by given users or users with the given application roles. So this is mainly for the about security policy, and about application role. And next, for to managing the security. So business intelligence has some default users and groups and application role. So WebLogic is a, default installation user, we can say, and this users having the all application roles and group policies. So the this users is by default the administrator user for Oracle Business Intelligence. So we can say here the application role like BI consumer, BI author, and BI administrator, which stores its policies with the help of Oracle Enterprise Manager, Fusion Middleware Control, and then the groups BI consumer, BI authors, and BI administrator. It stores under the WebLogic server LDAP, means by default is provided by Fusion middleware, and it's managed WebLogic server administration console, means we can say WebLogic server LDAP, which managed WebLogic server administration console. Then next, for how to manage the security using WebLogic administration console. So we can say Oracle Business Intelligence has some default users, groups, and applications roles comes under with the WebLogic administration console in security realms. So we can check it with the help of WebLogic administration console, and it comes under the tab of users and group setting for my realms, and we can check the users and group under it, and we can create the new users and group with the help of it, and we can manage the group for the users under it. So this is about managing security using WebLogic administration console. So the second, that is I'm going to explain the Fusion middleware control, means how to manage the applications policies and application roles using the Fusion middleware control. So just we have to log in to Enterprise Manager Fusion middleware control. We can say I just added a screen by logging with WebLogic user, and we can check under Palm BI Foundation domain under business intelligence. We can check the here core application. We just have to right click on it and just go for a security and manage. We can manage the security for application roles and application policies over here. So with it we can manage the BI administrator role, BI system role, BI consumer role, and BI author role, as I have explained it before slide like this. So this is about application policies and application roles, how to manage with the help of Fusion middleware control. And next, for displaying the application policies and application roles using business intelligence analytics. So for it, we just have to log in with BI Analytics, and I have mentioned like this in the screen. Like we just have to go here in administrator and just click on it and go into the security and just here click on manage privileges, and we can manage the privileges here like BI consumer, BI author, and we can manage this application policies and application rules with the help of business intelligence analytics. Means we can manage our security in OBIEE with the help of we can say WebLogic Administration Console, Enterprise Manager, and some policies, application policies and application rules with the help of business intelligence analytics. And next, that is I'm going to explain the alternative authentication provider. So what exactly the alternative authentication provider is? It's mainly for we can say how to configure the alternative directory servers for authentication instead of using the default Oracle WebLogic LDAP directory. So it's nothing but it just explain how to set up the Oracle Business Intelligence to use Oracle Internet Directory, we can say Active Directory, and other authentication provider with the help of alternative authentication provider. So here we just have to create our Microsoft Active Directory with the help of Oracle WebLogic Administration Console. We just have to create this new directory under it, like we can say under security realms in WebLogic Administration Console, and we just have to manage the principal for it. Then we can say we can manage the credential and user base DN it, and we can configure our Microsoft Active Directory with the help of WebLogic Administration Console. So I'm just explaining about what exactly the principle is. So it's nothing but it's a distinguished name of Oracle Internet Directory, and user just use it to connect Oracle Internet Directory server with the help of it, and just we can manage under principle, we can say CN, and CN is nothing but it's the Oracle Internet Directory users, and second CN is for the users with this directory, and then we can say DC name, and just I have explained it for point of view for just example point of view here. Just I have mentioned us, and then DC, my company, and DC, that is com, and we can manage the credential with the help of credential as equal to, and we can give the credential for its OID user, and then we need to uh, user based DN. So we can give this user based DN for this is nothing but it's a distinguished name for Oracle Internet Directory server, and it can that contains the users. So we just have to give the CN users, and then DC, just I have mentioned in principle we can say my company and DC com like this, and credential is mainly for the Oracle Internet Directory user that entered as a principal, and this password that shows for the Oracle Internet Directory user center as the principal, we can say. So this is about alternative authentication provider, which mainly useful to configure the alternative directory servers for authentication. The next, how to create our LTAP realms, or we can say how to create our Microsoft Microsoft Active Directory with Oracle WebLogic application server. So we just have to go log in with Oracle WebLogic administration console, and just need to go security under security realms, and just click on the provider tab, and there is one authentication tab under. We just have to create the uh, new directive provider, and we can create our directive provider with it, and we can manage our users and groups with the help of Oracle WebLogic administration console. So this is about alternative authentication provider, and this is all about security. I just explain in my all slides. So thanks for participating in webinar. We will look forward to see you again in the upcoming webinars for Vadavi Global Services. And please contact us for any query related to BI and FM space to email and mobile number available on the contact us site. Have a great time. Thank you.